Today we are going to start the gas cooled reactor. Okay. So why it is called as a gas cooled reactor? Okay. So I already you, you told you one concept is that all the reactor, okay, whatever be the PWR reactor, then boiling water reactor, gas cooled reactor, or Canadian reactor, that is CANDU. Okay. So all this reactor is based on only the component, which type of component you use, which type of control rod is used, which type of moderator is used. Based on this two three components, we can classify this reactor into various type. Okay, we already complete this boiling pressurized water reactor and boiling water reactor. Procedure is same. Okay, all procedure is same, all the function of component is same, just the structure, okay, and the types of material, okay, as a component is change only the this is the only difference. Okay, otherwise your working is completely same. Means it's very easy to study this reactor. If you are prepare one working of the pressurized water reactor, then you can prepare all four. Okay, only the matter is only here we use some different types of control rods, there we use some different type of material, here we use moderator as a light water, here we use moderator as a heavy water. So these are the some difference only, otherwise each and every reactor is same. Okay, working is same, and according to structure we can just justify the process of this each and every reactor. Okay, so today we finish the gas cooled reactor and Canadian reactor. So these are the four reactor which is asked in the your exam. Okay, many times pressurized water reactor and boiling reactor highlights many times, but sometimes they ask Canadian reactors because this is something different is there. Okay, that's why sometimes they ask Canadian reactors. So this is all about your exam point of view. Now gas cooled reactor. So in gas cooled reactor, as you see that here your coolant is gas. Okay, your coolant is gas, that's why this is called as a gas cooled reactor. Okay, so in gas cooled reactor, as we observe the diagram, okay, just observe the diagram. In this diagram, first one is the your charge tube. Okay, then control rods, then this is your shielding. Okay, then these are the pressure vessel, okay, inside your shielding. Okay, then this is your graphite act as a moderator, and this is your fuel rod. Okay, so what is the difference between pressurized water reactor and gas cooled reactor? Okay, so in gas cooled reactor, as you observe that the coolant is, okay, the coolant is CO2 or helium. Okay, means anyhow we use gas. Okay, so it is very useful to maintain gas at a high temperature. Okay, so this is the one of the advantage. Okay, then second is the here we use graphite as a moderator. Okay, so this is the biggest difference. In pressurized water reactor and boiling water reactor we use a water. Okay, so here we use a graphite as a moderator. So to maintain high temperature, graphite is a very important component, so we can easily maintain here our gas cooled reactor. Okay, now the process. Okay, so basically we first of all we see the gas cooled reactor have two types. Okay, First of all, we see the gas cooled reactor has two types. First of all, this is the your coolant, that is CO2 and helium are two types of coolant are used. Second thing is a moderator as a graphite is used. Here we use natural uranium. Okay, many times we use enriched uranium in your pressurized water reactor and boiling water reactor. We use enriched uranium. Okay, but here we use a natural uranium. Okay, and coolant gas supplied by the circulator. Okay, let's see the two types of your gas cooled reactor, which two types are present. Okay, now these two types of gas cooled reactor present. Okay, first is the gas cooled graphite moderator. Okay, and second one is the high temperature gas cooled reactor. So what is the difference? Okay, here we use in gas cooled graphite moderator reactor, this word shows that is graphite moderator. Here we use graphite as a moderator. Okay, and in this case your helium gas is used as the coolant. Okay, now first thing is, first of all, see the fuel. Okay, so this graphite moderator reactor is developed by the UK. Okay, this gas cooled reactor, graphite reactor developed by the UK, that is United Kingdom, and this high temperature gas cooled reactor is designed by the USA. Okay, United States of America. Okay, what is the specialty? Okay, so in this case, graphite as a moderator. Okay, and CO2 as a coolant. CO2 as a coolant. Okay, in this case, helium as a coolant. Okay, once again I repeat, this moderator or this gas cooled graphite moderator reactor is made up by the United Kingdom, this made up by the USA. Second point is, here we use CO2, here we use helium, here we use graphite as a moderator, here we use graphite as a moderator. Then second difference is fuel, major difference. So what is, here we use natural uranium, here we use uranium carbide plus thorium carbide. Okay, and here with some amount of graphite. Okay, means here we combine, that is uranium plus thorium, and here we just use natural uranium. Now talk about the pressure. Okay, whatever the pressure, the coolant pressure is 7 bar, means this is for the low pressure bar, and this coolant pressure is 50 to 30 bar, means it is quite high than the gas cooled graphite moderator. Okay, next thing is, that is coolant temperature. Okay, and here we use 330 336 degrees Celsius, here we use 700 to 800 degrees Celsius. Means what is the conclusion? Conclusion is that this reactor is deal with high pressure and high temperature. Okay, how can we write? This reactor is deal with high temperature and high pressure, that is 7 degrees Celsius, 700 degrees Celsius to 800 degrees Celsius. So we have to take care of this pressure because this is very high pressure. Okay, that's why that's why okay, coolant temperature, that is 700 degrees Celsius to 800 degrees Celsius, means it requires high maintenance. Okay, means to maintain the high pressure we require high maintenance. Okay, but here we use 336 degrees Celsius. Okay, it is quite high, but it's less than the high temperature gas cooled reactor. So this is the difference. Okay, what is the first difference? First difference is between fuel, that is natural uranium. Here we use natural uranium plus thorium carbide. Okay, second thing is coolant. Here we use CO2 as a coolant, here we use helium as a coolant. Okay, then the pressure. Okay, Here we use 7 bar as coolant pressure. Here we use 15 to 30 bar. Okay. Now, and here we use which less amount of pressure. Here we use which is very high amount of pressure. Okay. And what is the disadvantage of this high temperature gas cooled reactor? If I maintain this temperature 700 degrees Celsius to 800 degrees, so it is very take care of this gas, that is helium. Okay, because helium is a very dangerous. Okay, if you not properly handle, okay, this pressure vessel or this coolant pressures or coolant temperature, it is very dangerous to human being. Okay, so this is the disadvantage of the helium as a coolant. Okay, so I hope you understood the difference between types of gas cooled reactor and high temperature gas cooled reactor. Okay, it's just a matter of the different material is used: control rod, fuel, okay, then coolant pressure and coolant temperature. Okay, now here we explain the working is same as that of your pressurized water reactor and boiling water reactor. I just briefly explain. Okay, here we use some charge tube, that is control rods. Okay, charge tube is used, okay, to hold these control rods. Now this shading is used to protect this your reactor vessel. Okay, and whatever be the neutrons which is not take part in the reaction, which is observed by the reflector, here reflector is present. Okay, after that pressure vessel, in pressure vessel graphite as a moderator. So graphite, when chain reaction is formed, when your uranium is injected with the neutron, okay, then your chain reaction form, and you can maintain the temperature at a high degree Celsius because here we use graphite as a moderator. Okay, now this heat is revolved from this point, and this is heat is passed to this steam generator, okay, or heat exchanger. So this steam passes through this heat exchanger. Okay, after this steam heat exchanger, it passes to the steam turbine. Okay, so here we steam turbine is present. After the completion of steam turbine, okay, it is mechanically coupled to the your alternator, okay, or generator. So the generator produce an electrical energy, that is R Y B phase. Okay, so this is the flow of your energy, means this steam energy is converted into, first of all your nuclear energy is converted into steam energy, the steam energy converted into electrical energy. Okay, so these are the some way we can change the energy from one form to another form, because it is a law of conservation of energy. Energy can neither be created nor be destroyed. Okay, so first of all we convert this water into steam, passes through the steam turbine, and passes through the heat exchanger. After heat exchanger, it passes through the steam turbine. Okay, and the steam turbine convert this steam into mechanical energy, and this generator convert this mechanical energy into electrical energy. So this is the very simple process. Every time I explain this process only because you remember this. Okay, okay, and try to understand the concept. After that, whatever be the heat remaining here, okay, which is exhaust by the steam turbine, which is injected to the condenser. Okay, then what is the function of condenser? Condenser is a act as a coolant. It absorb the heat, and maintain here low temperature and low pressure. Okay, by using the low temperature and low pressure, it converts this gas into the water, and this water is injected again into the heat exchanger. Okay, again this heat exchanger maintains some temperature, and it is passes through the this gas circulator or pump. Okay, pump which is injected with high pressure into the reactor vessel. So this is the process, and this process is same as the boiling water reactor and pressurized water reactor. Okay, now after the types of gas cooled reactor and the working, we focus on the advantages. Okay, so what is the advantages? The first advantage is it is an simple fuel process. Okay, first thing is here no water is used, that's why no corrosion is used. Here there is no problem of corrosion. Okay, here we use graphite as a moderator, that's why it maintain high temperature. Okay, this is the biggest advantage. Okay, so I just highlight this concept graphite because it is quite different. Okay, in objective questions they ask which type of moderator is used in the gas cooled reactor. So some students maybe write directly heavy water, okay, or water, but in gas cooled reactor you observe that graphite as a moderator, okay. Then this next thing is we use coolant as a CO2, okay. When we use coolant as a CO2, that means it eliminates the possibility of explosion, okay. Whatever the explosion happen in the pressure vessel or in a reactor vessel, it is eliminated by this use of CO2, okay. So this is the advantage. And this uranium carbide and graphite resist to high temperature, okay. Means it can try to maintain the temperature in the reactor vessel. So it is very good point. As a construction wise, we use graphite as a moderator and fuel as a uranium carbide, okay. So these are the some advantage with respect to your gas cooled reactor, okay. Now next is the disadvantages. What are the disadvantages? Okay, so first of all we see fuel more quantity and costly, because we use here uranium, okay. So its cost is very high. More quantity is required in case of gas cooled reactor, okay. Now lower heat transfer rate of gases, okay. Whatever the transfer rate of gases is which is lower, okay. Again, fuel have to operate at high temperature, because as you see that high temperature gas cooled reactor required 700 degrees Celsius, and gas cooled moderator reactor requires 300 360 degrees Celsius. Means it required very high temperature, okay. So it is very difficult to maintain high temperature always, because as you know that boiling point of water is 100 degrees Celsius, okay. So we have to maintain the temperature which is greater than 100 degrees Celsius, okay. So this is the way, this is the disadvantage, that we have to maintain at each and every time very high temperature, okay. This is the somewhat difficulty, okay, to maintain this temperature. Now again, more power is needed for a coolant circulation, so efficiency is low. So whatever be the circulation process, because lower heat transfer of the gases, transfer rate of transfer rate of gases is very low. So to transfer these gases, because of slow rate, we have to require more power, okay. So if I apply more power, then my efficiency is low, means there may be some losses, okay, because of the gases, okay. So that's why its efficiency is very low. Next thing is the, if helium is used as a coolant circulation, then leakage is a major problem. I already told you this concept. Helium is a very explosive gas, okay. So if I use helium as a coolant, in which type of gas cooled reactor we use helium as a coolant? In high temperature gas cooled reactor, we use helium as a coolant, okay. And in moderator gas cooled moderator reactor, we use CO2 as a coolant. But if I use helium as a coolant, okay, then what is the problem? Its problem of leakage is a major problem. If there is any leakage in the reactor vessel, then it is very hazardous to the people, okay, or to the environment, okay. So whenever we handle, or whenever we start the chain reaction, it is very important to maintain, or to properly handle the all the components, okay. And it is very important to save the people and the environment, okay. So this is the some issue with respect to gas cooled reactor, okay. So these are the some disadvantage. You observe that whatever be the advantage and disadvantage is depend upon the which type of coolant is used, which type of your moderator use, okay. According to that, we write down the advantages and disadvantages, okay. I hope you understood this concept, okay. Now the next is, okay, so the next reactor and last reactor of the types of nuclear reactor is Canadian deuterium uranium reactor, okay. Its short form is, we can say as CANDU reactor, okay. So this is the just CAN stands for, so this CAN stands for Canadian, okay, because this reactor is developed in Canada, okay, Canadian people. so that's why its name is Canadian. Okay, just like a Indian. Okay, then your D stands for your deuterium. Okay, and U stands for uranium. Okay, now tell me, this is the country, that is not biggest issue. Now tell me about what is deuterium. Okay, somebody please tell me what is deuterium. I already told you in case of isotopes. Okay, what is deuterium? Please told me what is deuterium and how can I represent. Yes, yes.
Isotope.
हाँ, isotope कुणाचा? Hello Shudhanshu.
Hydrogen, sir.
Yes, it is the isotope of hydrogen. And how can I represent? Like in hydrogen, if I say hydrogen is represented as a H2. Okay, then how can I represent deuterium?
Upon one, left side.
1. Okay, anybody from you? It is correct that deuterium is the isotope of hydrogen. That is not issue. Okay, this is the correct. Now tell me, how can I represent deuterium? Just oxygen I can represent O2, nitrogen I can represent N2, hydrogen I can represent H2. So how can I represent deuterium? Sri Krishna, Sanket, Nikhil, Gayatri, sorry, Gautami. Tell me fast. This is a part of chemistry.
D2O.
D2.
D2O, sir.
Okay, so very good. So deuterium, write down. Deuterium is present as D2. Okay. If I say deuterium oxide, D2O. Okay, means this is the formula of your heavy water. Deuterium is also called as a heavy water. Okay, there are two types of water. First water is light water, the natural water. Okay, and second is the heavy water. Heavy water means what? In this water 99% of deuterium is present. Okay, so this is called as a deuterium. Okay, now, and second thing is your fuel, that is uranium. Here one of the difference is, here we use natural uranium. Okay, here we use natural uranium. Okay, so in this way we can name as this CANDU reactor, that is Canadian deuterium uranium reactor. Okay, and this name give you the hint. What type of hint they give you? So here we use deuterium and uranium. Okay, deuterium and uranium is used in the CANDU reactor. They already give you the hint. Okay, so this is very important. Now next thing is, so this is your diagram of your Canadian deuterium reactor. Okay, now in this diagram we see it is quite different from boiling water reactor, pressurized water reactor, and gas cooled reactor. Okay, its construction is quite different, its mechanism is quite different. Okay, many times as you see, what is the difference between pressurized water reactor and this Canadian deuterium reactor? Because as a construction wise, here we use fuel charging machines. Okay, on both sides. Just carefully observe the diagram. Okay, everyone try to attention towards the screen. Okay, and observe the diagram. What is the difference? If you try to find out the difference, okay, then means you understood each and every component. Now tell me, what is the difference between construction wise? Okay, between boiling water reactor, pressurized water reactor, and CANDU reactor, that is Canadian deuterium reactor. Okay, सर्वांना स्क्रीन दिसत आहे?
Yes, sir.
Okay, that's not issue. Then tell me, what is the difference? difference according to construction wise. Okay,
Sir, fuel charging machine.
fuel charging machines nota. Okay, one of the differences here we use fuel charging machines. Okay, first point. The next, fast.
Moderator heat exchanger.
Tell me fast. Mayank Bhatia. Mayank.
Yes, sir.
Yes, I'm audible to you.
Yes, sir.
So tell me
Yes, sir.
what is the construction wise difference between pressurized water reactor, boiling water reactor, and this Canadian deuterium uranium reactor? You find some difference, or is it both are same?
So first of all, the fuel charging machine is new here.
Fuel charging machine is newer. Okay, this is the first point. Another one is
Another one.
okay. You can tell another difference because this difference is already told by Shudhanshu. Everyone prepare with one point. Okay. सर्वांना एक एक डिफरन्स सांगायचा आहे. ओके, मी सर्वांना विचारेल, otherwise
there is no pump for circulation of coolant.
there is
Pump, sir, feed water pump.
feed water pump, fuel water pump. Okay. Now tell me Sanket, Gautami, Sri Krishna, and Omkar and Saili. Okay, you told me now what is the difference. Fast. Omkar. Sri Krishna. Hello. Gautami.
Yes.
Yes, I am audible to you, Krishna.
Yes, sir.
Then tell me what is the difference, construction wise difference between.
सर मी सांगू का?
No, Praveen, no. Your turn is over. Okay. Tell me each and every one difference. Okay. Gautami.
Sir, feed pump.
काय difference आहे?
फीड पंप दिसत नाहीये सर.
फीड पंप नाही आहे. Okay. Again. Gautami, tell me. Gautami.
Yes.
Tell me difference. Is it any difference? You find anything difference between Canadian type reactor and pressurized water reactor here? Just observe the diagram carefully.
The moderator, the heat exchanger.
Okay, moderator is used as heat exchanger. Okay, again. Clearly observe.
Fuel bundle.
Fuel bundles. So what it indicates, fuel bundles?
The bunch of uranium fuel. Yes.
Okay, is there any difference between the shape of uranium here? With respect to shape, in pressurized water reactor, we use rods. Okay, uranium rods we use with moderator. Okay, but here we use fuel bundles. Okay, so that is the difference. Means here we use uranium pellets. Okay, that is a bunch of uranium. So this is the biggest difference with respect to the shape of uranium. Okay, so if I say the difference, okay, means what? Here we use control rod. Okay, that is the no issue as it is. Then here we use the fuel bundles. Just observe in this pressurized water tube. Okay, this is the pressurized tube. Okay, in this pressurized tube we use fuel. Okay, fuel bundles, that is your uranium is used as a uranium pellets. Okay, now the next difference is here we use heavy water as a moderator. I already mentioned in the diagram. Okay, but nobody tell this point because we use heavy moderator. Okay, so this is the biggest difference between your pressurized water reactor and uranium this Canadian deuterium uranium reactor. Again, some students tell this fuel charging machine. This is a very good point. Now here we use heavy water as a coolant, means heavy water we used as coolant plus moderator. Okay, heavy water we used as coolant plus moderator. So this is the biggest difference between this Canadian deuterium uranium reactor. Okay, so now we see the components. Okay, so as I mentioned in the diagram. Okay, so write down this is a fuel. So natural uranium is used as a fuel. Okay, second thing is moderator is used as a heavy water. Here I mention clearly mention 99.8% deuterium is used. Sometimes they ask which type of moderator is used in Canadian deuterium reactor, and they give that is heavy water. Okay, both or none of these. Some students write down both. Okay, they did not find the difference between your water and heavy water. Okay, so clearly observe that this is your water, that is formula is H2O. Okay, and here we use heavy water. Heavy water means we here the contents of water is very high. Contents of deuterium is very high. It is near about 99.8%, means near about 100% of deuterium is present, and its representation is D2O. Okay, whenever I told you that heavy water is used, means it directly indicate that the quantity of deuterium is approximately 99% in that heavy water. Okay, so this is the difference between water and heavy water. Sometimes in the exam they ask, okay, which some students just write water. Okay, so it is not sufficient, we must write heavy water, otherwise you lose your marks. Okay, if you write just water, it simply indicate that this is your H2O, that is H2O. Okay, means what, here we use heavy water as a moderator. Now second thing is coolant, it's same, that is heavy water. Okay, and control rod, that is here clearly mentioned that in all above water reactor or pressurized water reactor, boiling water, they not mentions whether your control rod is cadmium or boron. There is no provision, you can use cadmium also or boron also, but here clearly mentioned that cadmium or control rod is used. Okay, to observe the neutrons. Okay, here we use the moderator and coolant are kept separate. Okay, this is the part of the constructions. So in this way I can conclude here your fuel, moderator, coolant and control rod. This 4 point is much important with respect to each and every reactor. I just highlight these points many times only because if you write down this point properly, you get for this point half marks, for this point half marks, for coolant half marks, means you can score maximum mark. Don't write too much, but write in a such a way that some specific points, but it gives a maximum marks. Okay, so these are the some points with respect to your fuel, moderator, coolant and control rods. Now the next point is the reactor vessel and core. Why I mention this point here, because this reactor vessel is quite different than the pressurized water reactor and boiling water reactor. As you see the diagram, this diagram shows the your reactor vessel is like a steel cylinder. Okay, so it gives some length, diameter. Okay, so its length and diameter are 6 meter and 8 meter, Vessel is pretended by 380 horizontal channels called as a pressure tubes. So as you see in the diagram, there are many pressure tubes are present. Okay, as you see carefully, observe the diagram. There are many pressure tubes are present. So it is about that 380 horizontal channels are present, means how much heavy reactor vessels or pressurized tubes are used in the cadmium uranium reactor. Okay, the next is the channel contain the fuel elements and pressurized coolant. Okay, flows along the channel and around the fuel elements to remain the heat generatory fusions. Okay, means what, here we use pressurized coolant, that is heavy water, that is D2O. Okay, now the next point is the temperature is 370 degrees Celsius and high pressure is, okay, here the pressure, if you see, the pressure is given in the Pascal. Okay, Pascal is the one of the unit, bar, Pascal, okay, and Newton meter square. These are the some units of the pressures, so don't confuse with the number of units. So here we use coolant. High much means what is the conclusion? High temperature and high pressure is used in the steam generator. Okay, then next about the fuel. Okay, just carefully observe here, I highlight these points. Okay, uranium oxide as a small cylinder pellets packed in corrosion resistance, that is zirconium alloy, means what, whatever be the your natural uranium is used. Okay, whatever be the natural uranium is used, this natural uranium, okay, this natural uranium is uranium oxide, okay, which is in the shape of pellets, okay, cylindrical pellets as you observe in the diagram, and it is packed in, that is zirconium alloy.